Go.
There's all these flies.
Listen, just because I told you that I had flies, there's little flies. There's not even a plant right here in the room. Listen.
Oh, no. Aquarium.
Anyway, she did not iron his uniform, Dave.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it just me?
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Late Late Horror Show. I'm Dino, as always, and that is Dave Plouffe. Suggests burying bodies 6 feet plus. Oh, my God, Dave. I cracked up laughing when I seen that. Yeah, don't just sprinkle dirt over a grave.
That's
you need
right.
to cover the body.
Such a good show.
It may come back to life and come at. Anyways, yes, a great show, Dave. I love this. But anyways, check out the description below. Hit the thumbs up button. Do all of that good stuff. Thank you all for being here. We're going to have some fun. We're going to be wacky like always. That's what we do. Well, that's what I do, not Dave. I'm wacky and I drive Dave nuts, and that's what he likes. He keeps coming back for it week after week. But yeah, we are here to do a ghost story, Circle Affair. I guess we should start calling this Ghost Story because it even opens up as Ghost Story in the, you know what I mean?
So, it does. I had some weird problems with the graphics and the sets and all of that. So we'll talk about that as soon as you say hello to all these fine people in the chat.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, wow. Look at you. Yeah, there they are over there. Yeah, that's interesting. And listen, we both love this episode. I was telling Dave, I don't understand why this did not get a future run. Like, it's just one season and that's it. This is fantastic so far. Watch all the rest of them be duds.
Well, we've seen one more, and we know that one's not a dud.
True. Yeah, so far so good. But hello, everybody. Hey, Chris W., what is going on? Connie Clary. Happy Sunday to everybody. Hopefully you guys had a good day. Harry Scott, hi, boy donuts to you. Edward Stewart. JLR, Horror Junkie for Life. Chad Farr. Lizzie, what is going on, Lizzie? Good to see you. Always good to see you. I think I said Chad. Andrea. I said Connie, right?
I hope so.
I think that's a given. Connie, Mr. Ed. Okay, that's it. We're good. Thank you all for being here. We are going to have some fun. So let's talk about this, Dave. What do you want to talk about? Anything? How's the weather? I don't know what I'm saying.
The weather's great. I just sent you a picture, though.
It's on what? Facebook?
On your phone.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Dave has a video out, his new garden video, which he does every week. It's up, and go check him out. This link is in the description. But I told him something on the before we went live about his video this week, and where Bo was. That's all I'll say. You got to go over and check it out to see what I'm talking about. But Bo was somewhere he shouldn't have been. And I was telling Dave, what is going on there? So, we'll surprise you. What is this, Dave? This is your... okay, so this isn't what I thought it was, but that's a nice plant. Very, very nice.
That is the backyard of my neighbor.
Oh, that's the backyard of it.
That's the entire backyard.
Okay, are there rat traps back there? Anyways,
that's why Bo's over there. Okay. Anyway, welcome to Mansfield House. Let's get started with the program before we lose the 5 people that are even here.
Did you notice that? The Mansfield House changed.
It did, and it brought me down because that's the Hotel Del Coronado down in San Diego, and it's beautiful. It's big, it's bright, it's white, it's colorful.
And they said, let's switch.
There.
Yeah, and they switched to some kind of like, it looked like a Florida type 2-story motel type situation apartment. I don't know, it was different. It was
too bright for a ghost story. I really liked last opening where it was like the dark, the velvet, the candles, the hand operated elevator. And unfortunately, this one is not that. It's bright Southern California.
Yeah, it's not. That part of it is not better. It doesn't take away from anything, but yeah, like Dave said, it should be a bit darker. And that Hotel Del Coronado or whatever, that should have stayed the opening, but who knows? Maybe they said, you're not filming here no more. You only got one season. But no. Hey, Bubba, what's going on? Good to see you, Bubba. Yo. What is going on, Traveling Fools? Good to see you. So yeah, let's get into it. So
well, as Sebastian Cabot is walking down saying hello to all the sunbathers, we've got him running across a television. He goes, oh, look at the television. Television is so wonderful. Looks what it brings in. It brings in comedy. It brings in information and facts. And it's just such a wonderful tool. But what if this tool turns on us?
You know, it reminded me of that Twilight Zone episode. I think it was it Norman Fell who was in it? Like Mr. Roper, or was it somebody? I forget, but it's the episode of the TV. I think they stole it from that. It's kind of the same premise. Do you remember? Or you never seen it?
I don't.
Okay.
But I will say they did steal something else in this episode that pissed me.
Okay, really? Okay, you're gonna have to tell me about that real quick. The Twilight Zone episode was the TV, and the wife was nagging the husband on the TV and hollering at him and everything else until he wanted to kill her, and it kept replaying things on the TV. And this was kind of the same premise, where the TV is the central main kind of character, you know, kind of in this episode, because it doesn't need electricity. It tells the future. It continues to show him what's going to happen. I thought it was very, very cool.
It did remind me a little bit of the, I think it's the guy who kept gambling on the slot machine in Las Vegas. And the slot machine comes up to his room, feed me type of thing.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, same type.
Another one. Yeah, it had a little bit of a Twilight Zone-ish kind of thing going on there.
It did.
But it was a very, very good episode. Anyways, Rom, what's going on? Good to see you.
I gotta let somebody out.
Oh, you gotta let Bo out. So there you go. Bo is you just let her in the house, Dave. You can't let the cat, you know, rule the roost. Wife was nagging.
The roost. Hello.
There's Bo. Stay out of the neighbor's yard, Bo. Red, what is going on? Good to see you. Got a comment from Red on your garden video today, Dave. Or yesterday.
Wonderful.
Yeah, no. Do you look at your messages?
Yes, usually every couple of days.
I took one down that I did on your second. Oh man, what is going on? Is there an earthquake? Nathan, hello. Good to see you.
Sorry, the sun was coming in.
Oh man, Dave, there's a lot of stuff going on over there. Are you cooking the noodles up on the stove?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, no, it's fine. Okay, so anyways, and there's not a lot of characters in this episode. You were going to tell me
there isn't.
You were going to tell me there was something else in this episode that they stole or something.
We will get to that.
Okay, you want to wait? You wrote it down and all that, so we won't forget. Okay. Okay, J. O. B. What's going on? Quick, someone steal Dave's chair. Yeah, his new chair. Yeah. It was on sale, half off. He got a good deal. Okay, here we go. Not a lot of characters. It's basically 4 characters, really, maybe 5. That's about it. Some of them you don't even count as a character, but
I don't even know some of their names.
Well, yeah, I got them all down. But anyways, go ahead, Dave. How do we start this off? Because
in a dream sequence, which was weird.
It was weird. Because
the guy, I thought it was Christopher Lee, because he wakes up.
Well, first we get a glimpse of
yes.
who in a pink robe.
Oh my God.
The beautiful
Stella Stevens.
Yes, Stella Stevens from, you would know her as a young
Oh,
woman in The Nutty Professor with Jerry Lewis. You would know her
Stella
in,
Purdy.
yeah, Stella Purdy.
Hi, Miss
And
Purdy.
she's so beautiful. And I'm like, oh, it's a shame we just get her for like a few minutes in this episode. But this is peak Stella Stevens, you know. I mean, you could say Nutty Professor to this. So that decade, and after, listen, we can keep going on. Let's stop, Dave. Listen, we fall in love with all these beautiful women on these old 70s
We
TV
do. We do.
because they were just such beautiful women, and Stella Stevens is one of them. But during the dream sequence, she's in a pink robe sitting in the chair, and then you go to him lying in bed dreaming.
Right. But he gets up and he's yelling at her
Yeah.
because she's watching TV like all the time. She's not in bed with him. She's always in the living room watching TV because he is quote unquote boring.
Well, he bought the TV supposedly, to give her something to do. But yeah, what ends up happening is she doesn't do anything. That's all she has to do is watch TV for me. But he
And
needs her to iron his shirt.
he needs to get his shirts ironed. There's dishes in the sink that need to be washed.
Yeah,
There's coffee that needs to be made. And did you like that pump on the sink?
yeah, it was like a well pump for the sink. Yeah, I never seen that. Hey, sweet Indigo, good to see you. And yes, I have seen The House of Long Shadows, Raj. So yes, I have. Very good, very good. Anyways, when he comes out though, Dave, she's not in the pink robe. She's in a nice, beautiful dress. Yes, you didn't notice that.
Are you sure?
100% sure.
All right.
That's what caught my eye. It starts right off the episode with her in the pink robe on the chair. When he gets up, comes out, she's dressed in a nice dress.
Okay.
She's dressed in a nice dress. That sounds perfect. Go ahead, Dave.
All right. So
It's about the little things, but yeah.
Well, I just get stuck on her eyes. So
Well, yeah, I can see that.
Well, the thing is that he does not like her watching TV, and he goes over to have her to turn off the TV, and the TV shocks him.
Well, what is she? First, she's watching the TV, and what's on the TV is her hollering and arguing with Elliot. And he's like, what the heck's going on? So that's when you know it's a dream, I guess. Well, but it doesn't end up being a dream. But yeah, he's arguing. And doesn't his shocking come a little later?
I'm sorry, it does. It's after he wakes up a second time.
Next, come prepared at all times, Dave.
I have seen this. I have notes.
The shocking's like 75% of the way into this episode.
Oh, please.
You didn't even know that she was in different clothes. I was looking at Stella Stevens the entire time. The third time you see her, she's in another beautiful dress that's different and knee-high green boots with a velvet texture, Dave.
I did like that.
Did you like that?
Yeah.
I saw that. Okay. Shocked by the TV. That is a good quote. Yes, shocked by the TV. I'm shocked by the TV every day, Dave. We need a shirt that says that, shocked by the TV. I'm shutting up and letting Dave go. I hope Dave has enough notes and they're correct and in order.
They are. I think we were watching the same episode. But what happens is he wakes up again and he's back. Is your cat up there on the high boy?
No, I'll be keeping track of the chat as you continue on.
That's great. So he wakes up and the world is a little bit different. Things are a little bit messier. She's dressed a little bit more scrubber
worthy. She's more of a like down and out wife from the 30s, scrubbing the wooden floor with a brush.
Because we don't have any context as to what's going on. We're just thrown into this scene.
Yeah.
And we find out that Jason Robards is like a forest ranger. Is that what you think he was?
Yeah, I think he's a. Hey, Francis McCloskey. Thank you. Good to see you. Been a while. Yeah, he's like this forest ranger. At first, I'm like, is he a sheriff? What's going on here? Because he's got this CB in this.
CB, yeah.
Did I say CD?
I thought you were going to CD, and I'm like, no, it's a CB.
Yeah, it's a CB. Dave's also got wax in his hair this week. What are you doing?
This is 305 calling Jason Robards. 305, come in, please.
Breaker. We have some winds and some storms coming. Listen, he's some kind of ranger, and he patrols evidently this preserve or forest or whatever. We don't know what it is. They don't tell us, Dave, right?
It's like Walton Mountain.
It's like the Walton.
See is pine trees and dirt roads, and we know there's a cliff because the cliff will come in handy later.
By the way, the father of the Waltons will be in the next episode.
Will he really?
Yes.
That's awesome.
I saw at the end of what I watched, there were previews to next week's show. Now previews to next week's episode. And I'm like going, that's the dad from the Waltons. Anyways, it's a forested area, and he's a forest. But what the CB was connected to, Dave, was what stood out for me. It was like a computer thing that was like 6 feet tall. What was that?
I have no idea. I thought it was maybe an amplifier or something, but it had a couple of dials on the top that would move and everything.
Yeah. Dino, before I forget, thank you for the video on Giallo videos of Phil. Yeah, we did. Listen, I've done over 40 Giallo movie reviews, mostly with Ginger, who's long gone. I doubt she's watching or listening, but yeah, no, those were fun. I love Giallo films. But getting back to this, Dave, go on.
I got nothing.
You got nothing. What? There's a okay. He's patrolling and stuff, and he's hollering at his wife.
He is. He's hollering at his wife, and he needs to go and help this guy. And it was weird. It's like, hey, we got to go bury this guy named Tommy. And
Tommy is getting buried.
Yeah, and it's just like, we didn't even know Tommy. Why is he dead? And why are they burying him instead of taking him down to like the city morgue?
Yeah, what's funny is they don't really say why he's dead. Well, they do. No, they do. He falls down a big long hill, which is weird
because he was spry.
Right. That's what Titus says. I think his name's Titus, this old guy.
Yeah, his name is Titus. And every time I heard it, I kept wanting to say Titus Moody.
Oh, God.
From Old Time Radio. Howdy, bub.
It's Titus Moody here. Yeah, his name's Titus. He's he's digging a hole. I don't know why. Oh, because his arm's broken.
His arm's in a sling.
Yeah, like
a 2-bit sling, right? It's like, is that a handkerchief that he used?
But we find out that Tommy was messing around with his wife, Elliot's wife, and that's why there's some kind of fishiness going on with the death.
So do you think the guy Elliot maybe pushed him?
I think that's what happens because he goes to that hill later, remember? In the TV sequence.
Yes.
Yes, in the dream TV whatever, that he's going to kill his wife by Anyways, so it's all kinds of crazy. But he also knows the guy who comes later too. He knows his name, Ben, who comes later. Anyways, let's move on.
All right.
Digging a hole for Tommy for the body. And I do like that he states, well, like, we better get him buried now because as long as there is no snow on the ground, you must bury the body.
Yes, because the
right away.
Spirits of the brush invade the body.
Yes. The dead will walk. I love that.
And that's what they do. They reference that. And I'm like, have we had Night of the Living Dead yet? Is that what they're referencing in this?
When you get down to it, Dave, it's kind of a zombie movie. I mean, movie. Oh God, I'm just so out of it.
It's okay. We only have an hour and 10 minutes left.
It's almost like it's a zombie episode, really. Partially. It's paranormal. It's a zombie episode. It's weirdness because the bodies are going to eventually dig themselves out of the ground. I won't give too much away, but that's what's going to happen. Anyways.
Well, not only that, the way she dies is the same way the brother dies in Night of the Living Dead.
Exactly.
Fall, break my neck. I'm dead.
Yeah, why is Tommy's dead?
We don't know. We don't know. We don't know who Tommy is. We never get to meet him, although there is that, it's like, hey, you won't be seeing Tom anymore.
Well, from what I gather,
Yes.
talking to the townsfolk down at the tavern, the Wolf's Bend.
How is Ted?
He's doing good.
Good.
He's all right. Is that a serious question?
Is this a serious show?
No.
All right. So we have what's scary is that Tommy is not in the ground yet. He's in a woodshed. And the guy
pick him in the woodshed.
And the guy had to like nail the door shut. Like he's got big planks over the door. And we can see on the outside that wolves have been scratching at the door and they're trying to get underneath the door. And he's all, the dead, is not at rest yet. And they open the door and there's the coffin, but Tommy's hand is outside the coffin. Oh, that was so good.
And did you see it move? Like the guy couldn't even keep his hand moved for a shoot.
Oh my gosh.
It went like this. And I'm like going, but yeah, no, evidently was trying to get out of the coffin. And that's when Elliot kind of looked and went, and then they cut scene. But yeah, I mean, there's something with the wolves, and throughout the episode, you get howling of these wolves, which is the same exact howling they used for the Salem's Lot miniseries back in the day. So, just a little trivia there.
Thank you, Ed Stewart.
But the wolves really aren't wolves because when you see them constantly digging, they're German Shepherds. So, just letting you know. Did you notice that?
Well, you know what it reminded me of was the German Shepherds we saw in the last episode where the guy was walking through the forest and the girl's family was dead and they turned into
Night
wolves.
Gallery. Yes.
Okay. Yes, that was it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
They were German Shepherds. Yeah. Scarier German Shepherds on Hogan's Heroes.
Those were scary.
Those were 100% purebred in Hogan's Heroes. These were kind of muddy, kind of German Shepherds. Oh.
Well, the Union.
Yeah, they tried. A little gray on the back legs. Yeah. Older dogs, cheaper, How much for an hour of their time? $10. But if you want the young ones, they're bigger and stronger. Is 20. But anyways.
So we're at a new scene where Jason Robards comes home and he starts pumping the well, which is in his kitchen sink, by the way. It's weird because the intro graphics to the show is like the 1980s. It's got 80s graphics with Circle of Fear and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then in the show, it's based in the 70s, but definitely in this cabin, it's the 1950s. It's an old refrigerator. It's an old stove. You're pumping water. It's run by a generator. It's just horrid.
Yeah.
I would not live there either. But
that was a little all over the place. I see what you're saying there. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just not consistent.
What did you think of the cabin, though? I mean, I thought that was kind of a cozy little cabin.
It is. I'm not a cabin person.
Okay.
I'm a Las Vegas person. So I want to have,
Well, me here. Me too.
And I don't like the far away from everyone. I mean, like, it's nice to drive up and spend a day and the weather's cooler and all of that. But, it's like there's no bathrooms. There's no thing. You get stuck in the mud. There's just horrible, horrible things there.
Yeah. he keeps pumping the well, but he's not so well. PBR Street Gang, the young ones, Great Britain. I love the young ones. Have you ever seen the young ones, Dave?
No.
British comedy. You can find them on YouTube. But again, a little wacky, very weird British comedy show. These guys are. I mean, you talk about Monty Python, and you know how some jokes will bounce off your shoulders. You're like, wait, what? What did they just say? Is that even funny? What are they talking about? The young ones are kind of like that too, except like you need to be on acid or something. Listen, I'm just saying what you need to, that's what it's like. I mean, it's really weird, but I love the young ones. Very, very good show. But my two favorites are Black's Books and IT Crowd. But anyways, let's move on. Dave's like, what? Let's move on. Yeah. Okay.
The bird is dead.
The bed is.
It's deceased.
You know what line I really like? It has nothing to do with Monty Python, but or is it Monty Python? The streets are crawling with soldiers, and then you look over and there's soldiers crawling on the street. Wasn't that Life of Brian? I think it was.
I think it was too.
Yeah. Anyways,
so Jason Robards is home, and guess who comes out of the room in those green boots and everything? It is Stella Stevens, but she's got 2 suitcases. She's taken off.
Oh, she's. Let me just say this.
Yes, say it.
When Raj, save those questions, please. We got a marathon coming up next week, 5 hours on Saturday. Save them for then. We're talking about the episode tonight, and I love the questions, but save it for the marathon, and we'll have plenty of time to answer all of those things, because I really have to get in depth in 10 minutes to talk about that question. Yeah. So, but yes, she's looking sweet. I can't say enough about those knee-high velvet boots. But she's getting ready to leave. Yes, with the suitcases. Those are bright red suitcases, man.
I'm colorblind. They look green.
Did they really?
Yeah, they look green to me.
It's so bizarre. It was like blood red. It was like blood red. Like a what's that drink?
Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary. Yeah, it was just red. So Bloody Marys look green to you then?
They don't look red.
No? Okay, yeah. Colorblind people. I tell you. Oh, wait. No, nothing against them.
They're wacky.
No, I'm joking. No, that kind of... In my head, that sucks, but you're used to it. It's been that way. So, you don't know any different. Anyways. Continuing. So he's getting ready to leave her. Yeah.
It's the other way around. She's getting ready to leave him.
Oh, did I say he's getting ready to leave her?
Yeah. And so they get into like a pushing match, and he goes, rah, and he throws her. And like then he goes and like unplugs the TV or does something. He can't get to the CB radio because she unplugged it. And that's why I think he's pissed, is because, that made her, that really pissed him off, because he's really into his job. I mean, he loves his suits or his uniform pressed, even though no one's going to see him. He's out there with the hat. He's got the gun. He's got the Jeep. He is living his dream.
And it's his job to take care of everybody.
Yes.
That might
emergency.
Yeah. And she just got pissed off. And I mean, technically, she really only unplugged it and threw everything around. But when he threw her back, she just tumbled over a suitcase, and she's dead, Dave.
Well, it's just like Night of the Living Dead when, that guy who goes, they're coming to get you, Barbara, falls and trips, and all of a sudden he hits his head on a thing of cement. Who does that? Nobody. So
at least he hit his head on cement. She just tripped over a suitcase.
Right. All she really made was a sprain on her ankle. I mean, that was really the extent of her injury.
The crux of the murder.
Aye.
Hey, one Sean Bond, what's going on? MOR, what's going on?
Kathy's here.
See you. Kathy's there. Hey, Kathy, how are you doing? Good to. One Sean Bond did say, "Good to see you, Kathy." Dave, no, colorblind. Oh, the flowers, bro. Yeah, so red roses? No, I need to know. When you're looking at it, red roses. What are you looking at?
Sometimes I can't see them at all. I don't see red.
So
Like
they're
if you told
invisible?
me, like if you had a red rose bush or an
Yeah.
azalea bush that was covered in red flowers,
Yeah.
I can only see the green leaves.
Wait a second. Wouldn't it make change just the color of the rose? That is freaking odd. That is so weird, Dave. So you would just see a bush.
Right.
I don't want to think about this any longer. No more
Okay.
colorblind talk because my mind can't even fathom even not seeing something. So if I snuck into your house in a red suit and walked around, you wouldn't know I was there.
I would not see you. Yeah.
Don't get any ideas, people. Dave, keep your door locked.
Okay.
So as a kid, you never got to see Santa Claus.
Not really.
Well, you could see his face and stuff. Okay, let's move on. Holy crap. A crux.
Everyone knows there's no Santa Claus.
There's no Santa Claus. Oh, Chad, come on. Okay, let's continue. Let's get through this. So Dave would never get to see the lady in red. Oh, yes. You saw that movie, right? With Gene Wilder, Lady in Red?
Yeah.
I mean, the woman in red.
Yeah.
So was she?
No, she's not.
So would her body be invisible?
It wouldn't be. Sometimes it depends what the background is.
Okay. Yeah. Like I said,
the most difficult part for me, obviously, is driving because there's a red light. And so what I have to do is because I can't drive in the fog. So what I have to do is I just see which light is lit because they all kind of look the same in terms of color to me.
You shouldn't drive in the fog. It's 8:15 on a Thursday evening.
That's the one.
Yeah, I just find it fascinating and strange and weird, and I'm scared.
Maybe we can save this for the marathon.
Yeah, no, and I'm scared now. So, oh my God, full red suit, sneaking Dave's house. Okay, so good thing Bo ain't red. There ain't no red cats. Anyways, move on. Let me just keep looking at the chat again.
Kind of like Predator, really.
Oh my God, what?
Where you have this kind of like.
Yeah, Kelly LeBrock was in that movie, all right, Chris. Yeah, she sure was. Woman in red. I love Gene Wilder so much. Oh my God. Okay, moving on. Go on, Dave. Where are we at?
Oh yeah, throw it to me. I'm here just answering questions about color blindness. He kills her.
The TV comes on.
TV comes on, and we see her and hear her laugh. And he comes around the TV, and sure enough,
replaying him killing her. Oh, I tell you, Dave, what's next, and then I start saying it.
All right. And so then what's great about it is that the TV starts showing how he's going to get rid of the body, taking the body, putting it in the back of the Jeep, driving the Jeep to the edge of the crevasse, and then getting out and pushing it over into the place where Tommy ended up dying. And so the thing is, this reminded me, as Dina will now make fun of me, it reminded me of Psycho, because this is exactly what happens in Psycho. We take the body, and which I wrote down, I sure hope that is Stella Stevens' body he gets to put over his shoulder, because I wish it was for me.
I think it was. I saw that for him.
It looked really good, I'll tell you that. I would be all like that on the way out. And so he puts her in the back of the Jeep, which Norman Bates puts his dead figure in the back of the car, and he's going to drive it to the edge of a swamp and push it into the swamp. And so the same thing happens here, but we don't really get to do that because he gets interrupted.
Yes.
And hello, Grillers 9.
Yeah, welcome to the channel, Grillers 9. Love the series Circle Affair, yes, which is technically Ghost Story. You know, that's what the opening credits and show and everything like that. But yeah, no, Circle Fair, Ghost Story, whatever. It's only one season. But yeah, Francis says something funny. He's like, only 6 feet, Dave. You should bury him. You should go deeper, reducing the chance of gas escaping. Tom F. Hello, Tom F. $2 super sticker. The dog raises and lowers his index finger to get noticed. As long as it ain't the middle finger, I guess. It could be. I don't care. Thank you, Tom F. Really appreciate it. Welcome to the channel. Silver Street. Listen, yeah, let's write down. Let's talk about Gene Wilder on the marathon, because I can, man, tons of stuff to talk about that guy. He's fantastic. So yeah, why is he interrupted though? Yeah, because somebody's gone missing. They found they found a car abandoned.
They did, by an airplane though. And I thought that was really cool. So they survey this area by plane, and then they contact the rangers if there's an issue. There's an abandoned car off of highway number 5. Please check it out. Over. And then when the guy is talking to the guy on the CB.
Oh, you're going to say it. Okay, go ahead.
He's going, so where's your wife? Why do you ask?
Why do you ask?
Well, she's either shopping or dead.
She either must be asleep or dead. I wrote it down. Close enough. Yeah, or dead. Yeah, because the TV's always going when he's on with them. I thought that was funny.
So it was good and all that. So he goes, I'll go check it out. I'll grab the guy with only one arm, and because he's going to be there to help me, and we'll go check it out.
Oh my gosh!
So they.
But what he does he bury her in the shed first?
He throws her body in the shed, throws her suitcases in the shed, and then takes the Jeep and drives out to the abandoned car.
Okay, and then comes back and buries her.
Yeah, he's going to bury her later. So what ends up happening is he and the other guy are out watching for this guy, and we hear the howling of the wolves or the German. Really good.
Yeah.
And then we have the car, and the car windows are down, and it's an old crappy Pontiac. And the car is like, one of the wheels is buried in the dirt. There's just
like 6 inches down. So he must have got stuck in some mud, which it looked dry as a bone to me.
It was dry as a bone. Yeah. So that's why the leaves were there. It's like, we'll just pretend it's the dirt underneath the leaves.
Yeah. Hey, John Doe, good to see you. Been a while. And Overkill with an O. What is going on, my friend? Good to see you. Got a good night. Good over. Dave, what is wrong with me? Got a good overnight stream.
You need a lift?
Something. Surprise stream is CBS. This is a surprise stream, like most of them have been, but every single one of them were remastered and restored tonight, so you're going to get that. They sound beautiful. Some of them, like it's a great episode. She is a great episode, and sounds great to the ears. So put your best Bose headset on. No, anyways. Okay, so let's move on. Where was I going with that, Dave?
Well, we are still at the car, and they decide to give up the search. Going, it's dark, it's worthless. Let's leave him out there to freeze to death because storm's coming in.
Who's talking? Bates Motel TV show. I noticed that Edward Stewart, you got Bates Motel profile, and you usually put that on. They mean something when you change your profile. I don't know if that had any. It definitely didn't have anything to do with this episode. DINO, one word at a time. Listen, Edward. I know I talk too fast. Thus, Dave, I mess my words up quite often, but I am who I am, and we still have fun. So there you go. Hey, Ezra Carter, what's going on? Good to see you, Ezra. Good to see you. Let's see. I really like your restoration OTR streams. Thank you, Overkill with an O. Yeah, I've been working really hard on like all these past streams for a while. have been remastered and restored. I don't put it in the title or nothing, but they're very. I worked long and hard for them, so there you go. Anyways, Dave, let's go. You got kids or what's going on back there? I hear something.
You see, I've got one house that has no yard. I have the other house that has the yard and the pool and the barbecue and all that.
That's what's going on.
So that's what you're hearing out of that window.
Say, shut up! I'm trying to do a podcast. Okay, so he eventually, after this storm, gives up.
Yeah. They go home,
and
he's going, well, got to bury the wife now. Goes out to the shed, and he's got a little different shed than the first shed we saw, which was all out of wood, because I would have just said, hey, light that bad boy on fire. Let's just get it done. But this guy's got like a corrugated steel shed, and he like all you see is that first. I'm sorry, I was just reading Rad Star there.
Yeah, I'll get that in a second.
All right, thank you. So all you see is the shovel going into the ground. Next thing we know, she's buried, but we know she's only buried like 2 feet deep, which is ridiculous. And then it's mounded over like a frosting on a cake. That's stupid. It's so stupid. So
that part's stupid. I give you that 100%. Yeah,
so,
I'll answer that in a second when Dave's done.
All right. So then we're going to lock the door, and he's going to go back to his place.
He doesn't padlock it yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. But the door's closed.
Yeah, it's closed. Yeah.
And so then we go back. He's sitting down, and the TV comes on. And the TV does the guy show up first?
No, yeah, the guy comes in first.
Okay, so
hold on. That's a good break point. I'll let you go and talk about it. Gather your thoughts, Dave. Okay. You're going to start with the man walking up to the house. Okay.
Yes.
Hello, Albert Jacobs, and John Swan.
Hello.
And Rad Star. Hello. I need to greet these chatters. And J.O.B. So does Dino listen to his overnight stream? And if so, how long do you listen till you fall asleep? This is the way it works. I start the stream. I try to stay in the chat sometimes as much as I can. A lot of times I'm going to pick up my daughter from her job real quick until she's 20, but she needs to get her driver's license. So I do that. I come back home, and by the time I come back home, I'm sitting here in front of my computer working on either a Lego set or something. I'm working on something here and listening with the stream on my monitor here. Dave's like, boring. I'm listening to it, but somebody asked me. I've got on my screen here and I'm watching the chat. I'm listening. I'm always around. A lot of people will notice, even sometimes 3 a.m, you'll see me like, oh my God, one of those little things went in my ear. You think I'll be all right, Dave? I'm going to have to look where they're coming from. I got no plans. Okay. So then when I hit the bed, yes, it goes back onto the stream, and it's usually AirPods that are in my ear until I fall asleep. So there you go, J.O.B. Listen, we got time, Dave. We got tons of time. We're going to get through this so fast, it's not even funny.
I don't know how we're going to do 5 hours for a marathon.
I'll tell you what, man.
We're going to be sitting here. Bring a deck of cards. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, there's these little gnats, the little plant bugs that fly around.
Super glue, just like Art Bell did.
Yeah, but there's a fish tank over there, but I'm like going, I don't think they would come from that. So I've got some. I'm going to be a private detective here and figure this out. But as Dave blurs up, let's continue on, Dave.
Thank you, Albert. First of all, now this Jason Robards is kicking back, and he hears rustling outside his home.
Yeah, it sounds like a zombie walking to the door.
It is a zombie walking, and it is kind of freaky. And we hear it turn the corner. We hear it go up on the little porch he's got, and then it starts rattling the door. And he's there with the gun, and the gun's pointed right there. I would have shot. But we hear the door shaking. We see the doorknob turning. And so this guy is like, all right, I'm just going to flick this thing open and open the door. And there's this guy who's all, and he falls down, falls in. You'd expect that he had a knife in his back. I mean, that is kind of the film noir that they're playing off of.
Yeah. Film noir. Perfect.
Yeah.
You might want to take some Windex to your camera lens. But no, you're good. No, you're fine. Oh. It's funny when we go back to the stream overnight. No, don't do it. Oh, you did. Let's see if it works. Windex. Are you supposed to put Windex on your laptop?
I don't know, but it's brought to you. This show is brought to you by Windex.
And is it microfiber? Listen, Dave needs a new laptop to begin with, people. So please go subscribe to his channel and get him monetized, please. Anyways, yeah.
Maybe I'll start doing overnight radio.
You might as well, Dave. Okay. Anyways, the ear thing from Rathica. Yeah. No.
All right. So
thank you.
So this is what we got now.
Dave cracks me up. You mean both of you guys crack me up? I don't know about Dave, but
oh Jesus.
Oh jeez, I'm hurting him all kinds. Oh, that made it worse. Jeez.
Oh man.
It's all right. It's better to see Dave blurry than in HD.
I'm going to be going the way of Ginger, I think, pretty soon.
Dave, don't.
Anyway.
Don't leave, Dave. Don't leave. Okay, I'm joking. What
all right.
about Dave?
So we've got the motorist now laid out on the couch. The guy is just mumbling. Jason Robards made him a bourbon, takes it over to him, but he's already asleep or dead. We don't know. But the TV,
one bourbon, one scotch, and one gin.
That's anyway. It. The TV turns on again. And it's her making out with this guy. It's Stella Stevens.
Yes.
Like hooking up with this guy in this weird hotel room. And they're hatching a plot where she's going, all right, I'm going to leave my husband. You're going to pick me up on the side of the road.
Because I can't keep driving to this town. It's just so far away. It's going to give me away. I don't know. I'm doing that voice. She doesn't sound like that, but, trying to. Hit it. Anyways. Yeah. So they're replaying that, and it puts that in his head, or shows him, because it's all true, I guess, right? I mean,
I don't know what the TV is. The TV made up the cliff and her driving off the cliff. So we don't know if it's making up this guy or not, but it's the motorist that she's making up. It's not
though, because he immediately, when he wakes up, goes and search for her. But go ahead.
Well, too, and when the guy asked him, like, the guy's on his deathbed, he's all, and who are you? Oh, I'm Elliot. You're Elliot? Like, oh no! Like the girl's husband that I'm cheating with saved me, type of thing. It's
almost like he gave it away. He's like, oh, you're Elliot. Yeah. That was a little weird. Dave is 3D now.
That's all I need to be. 3D and 4G is what I've got.
Well, he's got that new Google video thing that's happening. Yeah, it almost makes you look like a real person on the other side. Technology is crazy, Dave, right now. But anyways, the guy wakes up. He's feeling better, Dave. That's all he needed was a good night's sleep. The blood's gone and everything.
I guess so.
Yeah. I wish they would have showed Elliot like sponging him a little bit, like with the water, and getting the blood off of him.
That would be a whole different show, especially for the 1970s.
Because he wakes up with no blood and he's clean, like he's refreshed. That's all it needed,
Well, too, what was a little freaky was when the guy wakes up, he's all, "Where's your wife?"
Oh, he starts questioning him.
Yeah.
Yeah, the interrogation begins. Hell froze over. It's raining in Phoenix. Oh, really? Okay. How do we know that Dave is not? Well, yeah, it's not AI Dave. Yeah. We are real people. But yeah, he starts interrogating and questioning him, and it's it's quite funny. And then he ends up leaving, Dave. Unless you got something to add, go ahead.
Elliot leaves, yeah.
Yeah.
And
But
so
before he leaves, he locks the shed.
yeah,
Locks the
locks the shed.
Oh, I thought you were doing the remote control.
Oh no, that comes later.
Yeah,
and that's yeah. No, he locks the shed so that we don't have any snooping people in there. And he drives over to the guy who has one arm. And it's as
the
if
guy with one arm, Titus.
To Titus, yeah. And it's as if to
They're
create
having a good time next door, man. Ask for a burger, Dave. Holler out the window and say, "Can I have a burger?"
They cook so well. They start with garlic bread on the barbecue. Oh my God. Then they do the burgers, the carne asada stuff and everything, and it's just spectacular.
Oh, I went out with my kids today, and we had Italian restaurant, but they had crab cakes, and it came with this creamy tomato, red pepper sauce that was it was the best crab cakes I ever had.
I have never had crab cakes.
So do you like? Well, you like seafood? Yeah.
Oh, you got
seafood. Yeah, try crab cakes. It's hit or miss, depending on where you go. But it's got to be real crab meat. It's got to be a good restaurant, Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing frozen. Fresh crab.
Ella, I've heard people say my new commercial is voice AI DINO. Well, that's weird, Ezra. That would be really weird. Well, hopefully we'll be able to hear it soon, Ezra. Like I said, you let Connie or somebody know. You got me on Discord. Anytime you get any information, just please send it to me. I'm really anxious to see your IMDb and keep up with you as an actor. So please, definitely keep me up to date there. And hello, Kevin Barron. What is going on? Go on, Dave.
And yes, it's always available for replay. Please come back and watch. Please come back and leave a comment.
Oh God, you know what? I mean, talk about beating a dead horse. I'm so sorry. Well, I mean, please leave a message or comment on our videos after we're done. I mean, I would tell you right now, start leaving questions in this video when we're done, and that we can answer for the marathon if you want to ask a question of me or Dave for next Saturday. I will come back here and I'll probably still only see 4 comments. But if you have a question, come back to this video when it ends. Put a question for us if you really want, and I will or Dave will answer it next Saturday. But there you go.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I am so hungry right now. Again.
And we are doing a Saturday show. So it's not Sunday. It'll be Saturday.
Yes, definitely. In 5 hours, we're going into 1 o'clock or whoever knows. Yeah. Okay, so he locks the shed up, and where's he going? He's going to get
he needs to create an alibi, so he's going to Titus.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then Titus is there with an old lumberjack, trying to saw off a piece of wood, for the fireplace or whatever.
Yeah.
And so they ask him, he's all, well, the stranger came to my house and he's going to take my wife to the city. Isn't that kind of him? And so he's just kind of like, they're going to disappear together. And I'm sure he's just going to drive his car off the cliff. So
Titus was looking at him very weird too. And he goes, is there a reason you're looking at me so strangely?
You're looking at me strange.
Yeah. Well, because Titus knows that this guy, Ben, is coming in from town to get Stella. He tells the other ranger guy that at the very end. You caught that, I'm sure.
No,
really? Okay. Yeah, no, he tells them that. You hear them as they're talking and walking to the door that this is what was going on. He knew about it. So I think that's why there was such friction between Titus and Elliot.
Okay.
So, anyways, and I think that's why he also said there was inflection that Tommy, the man who was being buried, was having an affair with her too, because what did she like to do? What did he
Well, I
say?
know what you like to do.
Well, but there was a line. Let me see if I got it here. Chasing. He told her something about all you like to do is chase pants or something like that.
Yeah, he accused her of that.
Yeah, what the heck did I thought I had that written down. If I come across it, I'll tell you because it was a good line, people. Anyways, so oh, I almost thought you were frozen. You're just looking at I like crab cakes and I don't like seafood, but when it's fresh, it's really good. Yes, yes. Sorry, I've drunk. LOL. Chad.
Especially, I think she's I think Chris W is up in San Francisco area, so it should have good seafood.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. P. Outis. Do heaven have a ghetto? I think P. Outis needs to go. So just block. Thank you. Because that seems like a troll comment. Anyways, oh Dave, I tell you, what is wrong with people? Okay, so where are we at?
I don't.
Dave's usually the one on top of it and keeping me reeled in a little bit, even though it's hard to reel me in.
So while Elliot and Titus are together, the motorist gets up and he starts looking around because he can't find the wife. Yeah. And he looks through the mirror or the window in the shed and he wipes it off, kind of sees the suitcases, and then decides, I'm going to break open this door. And because it's locked, and he finds a crowbar handy right on the side of the shed and breaks open the lock, looks inside, and sure enough, there's this mound of dirt.
He takes this bar and the lock's just broken off, but I guess he didn't truly break the lock because he reuses it. I don't know. It's weird.
No, he has to get another lock.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, gets another lock when he locks them both in there.
Oh, okay. That's true. Yeah. But what made him think, of all things, if you're looking all around, how did he figure out the bodies in there buried in the shed, of all things?
Well, she's got to be somewhere because she wasn't on the road.
Well, yeah. I mean, you go digging everywhere around the house, but I guess the shed is the first place. I don't know. It's locked. Let me go in there. I see a shovel.
Well, they only had 55 minutes, so it's not like he can go looking all over the hillside.
Right. True. Yeah. Right. True. Somebody said something. Oh, I just and it's the person said, do heaven have, it's not even a complete sentence. It doesn't even make sense.
No, but Lizzie is brewing coffee.
Yes.
And honey. It's Monday morning. Is she in England?
Lizzie is in Australia.
Australia. Yes. That's right. Thank you.
So yes. Thank you, Lizzie. It's always great to have you, especially overnights. Sometimes you're always there when people drop in way late. But and listen, hot cocoa and a tablespoon of maple syrup. Oh, so good. And now I got to try. Mr. Ed told me that there's coffee syrup, Eclipse coffee syrup that you can. I want to put a tablespoon of coffee syrup in my hot cocoa too. Because I've been on a hot cocoa trip. I haven't been on a Yoo-hoo trip in a while, Dave. Got to get back to it.
That's fascinating. And you know what? It's top of the hour.
It's fascinating. Oh, boy. Okay, top of the hour. So let's go to the numbers. Where are we? How many thumbs up do we got? Let's see. We have 53 thumbs up.
That ain't bad.
Thank you to everybody who gave us a thumbs up and liked the video. Please do it again. I mean, not again, but you'll take it back. If you haven't hit it, please hit it. And Dave, what do we got coming up for our future streams?
Well, June the 7th, Saturday, is our marathon hangout with Dino and Dave. 5 hours unprecedented. It's our first annual marathon live.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
always live. Open lines. We're going to call it open lines.
Yeah, open lines.
Then on June
Hold on.
15th, Sundays, we're going to be doing night.
Re-say that because you broke up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Didn't hear it. Yeah.
Then the week after, on the 15th, we're going to be doing Night Gallery, which I can't wait for.
Love the night galleries.
Question of Fear.
A Question of Fear. So there's just one. The full show's going to be one episode, huh?
Maybe. I don't know. And then the X-Files Conduit. Episode 4. I think it's with the little kid because that's what the what is it called? Thumbnail has a little kid.
Yeah. Conduit's going back to Fox's younger years when his sister got abducted. So they're going to go in depth kind of on that episode. So
I have been loving our X-Files talks.
Oh yeah, they've been great. They're fantastic.
Then we're going to
nothing beats Kolchak, but you know.
Oh yeah. And then we're going to do something we haven't done since February, which is cover a Columbo. We are covering the second pilot, which is called Ransom for a Dead Man. And that's going to be really, really good. I'm excited to see if Dino's going to like this one or not, because it is not trope Columbo yet. It's still that early Columbo. They're still kind of defining him, and it's very, very interesting. We actually see Columbo get mad in this episode.
Nice. Thanks, Ezra.
And then we also have on July 6th, Jeff Thompson comes back. We're going to be talking about Kolchak, Dark Shadows, Robert Bloch, Twilight Zone, anything and everything.
Nothing wrong with binge watching the X-Files, Kathy. You should wait for us, but that would take forever. So I get that. The X-Files streams are great, Nathan says. Thank you. Tongue twisters for Dave. There you go. Anyways, let's continue on. So, the ending, the very ending of this episode is so fantastic, Dave. The climax, they call it.
Well, we need to have a second death.
That's supposed to be the best part of the episode.
Okay. So with this,
PG,
the guy, the motorist is there, and he's hanging outside the shed, and Elliot comes home. And
it's in the woodshed.
Yeah, it's like, oh crap, Elliot's here, and he's got his Pontiac behind his Jeep, and he says, "Here, help me unhitch this, will you?" And the motorist goes, "Yeah, no problem." And Elliot looks up and he sees that the guy broke the lock off of the woodshed. And so the motorist,
"Hey, why don't you come over here and help me out unhitch this car so you can leave?"
Motorist gets down on his knees, and
dang fool.
Elliot takes out the tire iron, and we don't see it, but we know what happens.
You hear, yeah. Well, as the guy's like unhinging it, Elliot's opening up the door to his car, which is a Jeep type thing. I don't know, whatever it is. And he sees it. He looks up, and I would be questioning, man, I don't want my head to get hit by that. I would actually stand up and say,
that would have been funny, Paul.
Yeah, I thought he was going to kill him that way. Like,
I thought it was a comedy myself.
Oh my God. But yeah. And then, yeah, he's gonna put him in next to his love.
Yeah, and I like the Scooby-Doo shows as well, Chad.
Yeah, me too. Zoinks!
So, yeah, now there are two graves, and Elliot starts freaking out.
And the Lego shows.
Yeah, those are good.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, I know. I got to get more to it. It's just, this takes up so much time, but thank you. One last before we continue on. Lizzie, Dino, I think your channel and the folk are fantastic. Honored to be part of it. I see you, Bo of the Rose. Well, thank you, Lizzie. Yeah. No, listen. I'm so glad that you became part of the channel, Lizzie, all the way from Australia. good to have it. Listen, there's lots of people been here forever, and every now and then we get new people. So it's great. It's great, and I appreciate everybody who's stuck around. I do know that once I said I wasn't going to stream every night, my memberships dropped down by like 25%, and some of them were people who were here for a while, and I'm like, oh shucks, I told you I'm still not going anywhere. But anyways, thank you. Love that Dino Elliott voice. Chad Farr, me too. Didn't Chad say he was drinking? Hey, Gigi.
Hi,
Hello,
Gene.
everyone. Good evening, and hello, Dave. Yes. Okay, let's start getting to this, winding it down, Dave. He kills him, buries him in the shed.
Again, very low grave with a little bit of a mound, so we know exactly where they're buried. And Elliot goes back inside to pour himself a drink. But things are beginning to go a little screwy. He tries to start his car doesn't start. He tries to turn on the lights don't come on. He's all, oh, it's all right. And he's trying to talk himself through it. The generator's probably run out of gas and everything like that. Everything's cool.
And the shed door keeps swinging open. It's just like chaos. It's very windy outside. There's a storm. It's all crazy. Yeah. Because when he came in to take that nightcap, that drink, he falls asleep on the chair and then wakes up.
He does. And the TV.
The howling wolves. Oh!
And we know that the wolves are trying to get into the woodshed. And so he takes
in a woodshed.
Takes his rifle out, shoots, and the wolf runs away.
He's a bad shot for being a ranger.
Horrible shot.
I don't know where he trains at, but yeah, he's bad.
Yeah.
Misses him every single time.
And so we start to see hands coming up through.
No, not yet. He goes back. Listen, it's all about suspense, man. He goes back in the house, Dave, though. Closes the door. And he starts hearing that. It sounds like there's walking going on outside again.
Yes.
And then we got the TV and everything. The TV comes back on. And the TV shows him walking to the shed. Right?
I guess.
And the body's coming out of the grave. This is what the TV's showing him. Yeah. So, is that what you're trying to say? The TV?
Yeah. And I wrote down, why not just light everything on fire? This is where I check out. I have just killed 2 people.
Yeah.
Okay? They're buried there. I'm going to light my house on fire because nothing's working. There's a TV that is possessed, that is running, that's unplugged.
That is the thing. When you really get down to it, this TV... he's not questioning his sanity whatsoever throughout this episode. The TV's constantly showing him the future and things that would make you go crazy. What the frick is going on? Not once did he say, what the heck is going on? Why am I seeing images on the TV? And every channel, he kept turning like all channels. They're all the same. He even goes back and unplugs it. This TV just keeps showing him what's going to happen, and he doesn't question it, and he maintains his sanity. Dave,
it really is breaking down that fourth wall.
Oh,
what are we watching? Are we watching live? Are we watching Memorex? Is this gonna happen? Is this what his thoughts are? Is this her running the TV from the dead? It's just really a fascinating concept. Yeah. Definitely written by Richard Matheson. I mean, you definitely see his hand and his mind working in this program.
Oh, and what does he go out and do, Dave? He goes and boards the shed door up.
Like that's
like going, isn't there a window to the side?
There's a window.
so
there's at least about a foot of space underneath the door.
Oh my God, so crazy. Yeah, Dave. Dave froze. He's not unfrozen now.
I'm here. No, I was just reading that this is the part where he breaks the remote.
He's had enough of the TV finally, Dave.
And it's like an old school 1950s remote that has 4 buttons and the buttons click, click, click.
You want to know how often I watch Sanford and Son? Sanford and Son is so much about Fred's TV, his color TV, his remote TV, you know, so many episodes that this reminded me of Sanford and Son because of the remote and the TV.
Oh wow.
Because I don't remember. Well, I mean, that's before my. Well, it's not really towards. I'm too young at this time to see that there's a remote and stuff. Yeah, but yeah, Sanford and Son reminds me of. Anyways, go on, Dave.
When I was a kid, I was the remote.
Running up to the TV,
Yeah, my
changing
dad would
channel.
be all turning on channel 13. I'd run over to turn TV, click, click. You're turning it too quickly. Click, click, click.
All the channels are the same except for TCM. I kind of, yeah, I agree to sorts. There are some channels that do have some good programming, but anyways, Wolfman Jack, yeah. It's funny. I got some old in my collection Wolfman Jack, like just hour streams, and they are so cool, but I can't put them on like the air anywhere on YouTube because of the songs and copyright stuff but it's so cool. Somebody actually recorded them and got them, and it's like anyways, let's finish.
I would listen to him in the late 70s and early 80s here in Southern California. He would be broadcasting out of Mexico. We had the Mighty 690. It was an AM station, 50,000 watts out of Tijuana.
Wow.
Yeah,
out of Tijuana.
Out of Tijuana, Mexico.
That is unbelievable. I remember having the giant antenna on the roof before they got cable. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Anyways, okay, let's finish this out, Dave. So what's going to happen? There's no sound, no picture. Cut your tongue. What did I?
But then it comes back on again, right?
Why did I write that down?
After he destroys the remote, the TV is like, he thinks it's off.
Oh, it takes an axe to it. I love it.
And he goes, "You son of a bee," and he starts hacking that thing, man.
Yeah, he turns into who does he turn into? An axe-wielding maniac. Yeah. He destroys that TV. Yeah, but it does come back on again. Yeah.
It's like, here's Johnny.
And what ends up happening? The couple,
yes.
Stella Stevens, nice and clean, still clean.
Too clean. That's what bothered me. So we see the guy like freaking out, right? I mean, we've smashed the TV, we smashed the remote. There's no electricity. The cars aren't working, and he hears the door of the woodshed, boom, comes open. It's like, oh crap. So you look out, and here's what I put down. Holy ass. I come out, and he's got a Sith, right? He is like the Grim Reaper, and he's got
a pitchfork.
And she's got a pitchfork. It's like, that old painting of the Man and the Woman by Grant Wood. American Gothic is what it's called.
American Gothic. Yes, looks exactly.
And so they're coming at him, but you're right. They're clean. They've like dusted each other off. There's not even any dirt stains. It's ridiculous. And they're coming at him, and they're zombies, and it is so good. And I would have just said, look, I got a gun. Boom, boom. It doesn't work. I'm running down that hill, and you're not going to catch me.
And I would have figured this character, Elliot, seemed to be pretty. I guess he just broke down because he runs into the house, closes the door, and this is what I don't get, Dave. He starts to push stuff up against the door. A coat rack, Dave. I mean,
a chair and a coat rack, and it's not even like, it's like here, it's like the door's just gonna swing open.
Yeah, it's not going to do anything, but he goes through that for a little bit and then jumps under his desk.
The dumbest place to hide hide under the bed, hide in a closet. No, I'm going to hide under a 4-post desk where everyone can see me. And it's like he's like, oh, I'm so scared. Bull, you've got a gun. Shoot him. Run. Break out a window. It's like he gives up.
Oh, yeah. No, listen, I would have been out of there. Even if the car didn't start, you'd see me running down the street to the nearest place I can get to.
You know what I wrote? I also wrote down, we have a barricade situation.
Oh. Because of the door.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was like Three Stooges, like when they would put a mattress up against the wall, the door or something like that. You can't get in now, but they get in.
And I also wrote down that the woman was saying boring. Did you remember that? Or did I?
Yeah, very low tone. You could hear her saying.
Okay. And so this is what I got also is that they had cool shadows. So when the door gets pushed aside and you hear the words boring, boring, you see the shadows of the two characters with the Sith and the pitchfork. And you're all like, oh man, this guy is dead.
Yeah, rest in peace, Loretta Swit. Yeah, it was cool, and the scene was great, but it's not the way you would think it should work out. But it needed to play out that way because of the episode, of course. I mean, the way it ended was pretty darn cool, but I wouldn't have stayed there underneath. But for the sake of this, so they come in and then they cut scene, so no gore or nothing like that, and then here we got.
Next day,
Ranger.
It's MASH because they're pulling up in a military Jeep and they're flying around the corners. It's like, I don't know why Elliot hasn't responded. Hopefully the storm didn't knock out the CB, reception and the one-armed Titus guy is there too. He goes, well, I don't know. We'll see what's going on. And they pull up and he's all like, hey, that Pontiac is still here. He told me that, the motorist was.
Ben said he was coming up here, but
yeah,
he hasn't left yet.
Hasn't left.
Yeah.
Let's check out the house, and the house is trashed. So there was some type of a struggle there.
Oh, well, so he gave a fight. I mean, I guess because it was trashed, unless they got him and who the heck knows what happened. Anyways, it's trashed. Greatest part of the episode, though, they're going, where is he? I don't see nothing. And we're, as the viewer, looking, going, well, where did he go? What's going on? What's going on? They walk out to the shed, Dave.
They do.
You see 3 bodies buried.
This is what's great. All right.
Ellie,
so you got 3 bodies.
Yeah.
And you've got the first 2, but then you've got another one. And they're all identified because the motorist has a Sith laying on his grave. We have a pitchfork on Stella Stevens, and we have the guy's hat just right on top. And I'm like, who the fuck placed the hat? Because you've got everyone buried.
Who buried Elliot? If it was them 2, then who was the last one to bury themselves? I guess they could have crawled back in there and threw the dirt back over them. But in a way, it's cool. I like the ending. I do like the ending.
I loved it.
But it doesn't make no sense, really. I mean, even if you're a zombie.
And the quote from the guy, my God.
My God. They're all 3 buried. Yeah, no, it was... And
then we see Sebastian Cabot. Thank you for joining me today. And join me next week. I'm going to show you some previews of next week's program.
Yeah. Sebastian Cabot, I liked the pilot. He had more of a role. I thought that was kind of cool. That was absent in the second one. We'll see in the next one, like what kind of dialogue he has at the beginning and the end. But, the episode itself, pretty darn good. I mean, again, it makes me wonder why just one season again? Why does this not, again, unless it falls apart? I've got many that I need. Oh, what?
I guess an angel got its wings.
An angel, Daddy. Every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings. One of my favorite all-time movies. It's a Wonderful Life. Favorite Christmas movie of all time, until I saw Shop Around the Corner, which is another Frank Capra film. I love Shop Around the Corner, which is also kind of a remake to I think it's the You've Got Mail, Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan.
Yeah.
So, but I love it. Shop Around the Corner, fantastic. I go back and forth on them. I like this one best. I like that one best. I like this one best. But anyways, a great episode. Would I give it
Okay, so IMDb gives it a 6.8.
I think I'm right there with him. I think that's perfect.
I'm going to give it a little bit higher. I liked it so much, and especially Stella Stevens. I mean, if she had said my name, it would have been an 8. But
Stella Stevens gets a 10.
Yeah.
But the episode, Dave,
I've got it at a strong 7.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. 6.8. I'd stick with that.
All right.
As I take my last sip of ginger ale, right on time, bottom of the hour. But yeah, no, I really like this. It's the second episode we've watched. These are great. They're not Night Gallery,
No.
but they're certainly hold their own, and they're very good. And you mentioned that it was written by who, Dave?
Richard Matheson.
Yeah. Who is?
Richard Matheson.
And he's written for
Kolchak. He's written for the Norliss tapes. He is written for Twilight Zone.
Yes, sir.
He also did some Star Trek, if I remember correctly. He's just an incredible writer.
Yes, he's done a lot of cool stuff. Hello. Get the muffins out of the oven, Dave. Dave and his biscuits.
Put a fork in me, I'm done.
Put a fork in me, Jerry. I'm done. I love when Kramer was using butter on his skin for getting his suntan on the roof.
Yeah.
You know, the butter worked better than any kind of lotion you would get. It's all natural. It's butter, you know.
Didn't Jackie Childs come into that episode too? Like, is that on the label for butter? I don't think so. I think we got ourselves a lawsuit.
The funniest part of that Seinfeld episode was when Kramer was up on the roof. The roof. Okay, not roof. The roof. And he was up there tanning and butter, and he fell asleep. And Newman comes running in Jerry's apartment, like thinking Jerry's cooking some chicken. He goes, "Hey, Jerry, what are you doing?" And Jerry goes, "Newman, I'm not cooking anything." Wait a second, Kramer's up on the roof, and they go running up there, and that's when Kramer's there, and he's all burnt, and he says that line, "Stick a fork in me, Jerry. I'm done." He's burnt to a crisp. And it's funny, he's dating a black woman, and later on he goes to see her parents, and they think, "What's wrong with this white guy? He's all tan, almost to black."
Yeah.
And I thought that was so hilarious.
I think the dad says, "What kind of fool is this?"
Yeah, that's what he says. Oh my God, Dave. Oh, Seinfeld is so great. Anyways. So there you go. That is 1 in the books. So it looks 2 in the books. I should have said another 1 in the book.
That'd be great.
So yeah, next week's going to be great, everybody. Marathon stream Saturday, starting same time, 8:00 p.m. Eastern time, going all the way to 1. We are after this ends. Please put a question if you want us to answer it in the comment section below. And yeah, look forward to it, Dave. I guess Dave looks forward to it.
I do. Peace out.
And
yes.
Stay tuned to the overnight tonight. I do got a CBS Radio Mystery Theater all night long. All remastered episodes. Some really good ones in there. So there you go. With that said, Dave.